Hey, good morning. This is Major Bork again, 804th Medical Brigade Executive Officer. So just an addendum to how to number 2, which is the input of Army Warrior tasks in DTMS. So one of the things I noticed is that when pulling the reports, there was a little bit of confusion with regard to how the numbers were being tallied, and I realized what the root cause of that was. So using the same slide deck, I'm just going to advance forward and make a clarification. So as you're inputting these task numbers into DTMS, of course this right here is where you're searching for the task number and then going into the scheduling function. One of the things I wanted to point out is that for purposes of your training calendar, for everybody knows that they should be using the DTMS training calendar to create your training calendar for your battle assembly weekends. So up here in event name, my suggestion would be to either call that AWT or Army Warrior task, or maybe some combination of both of those. You know, Army Warrior task or AWT colon followed by the nomenclature for the task. That's really up to you. That'll help you to see better on your training schedule what it is that you're actually training. But the thing that I want to point out is going to, after you click on save, and of course you have access to all these tabs, then the thing that I noticed is that if you create too many tasks, or if you create more than one task within an event, and you'll see this by clicking on the task tab right here. Basically what this is going to do, if you put too many tasks in the same event, it's going to make the roll up of the numbers a whole lot more confusing. I'll show that to you towards the end of the slide deck right here, where I have the output in Excel. So just make sure that whenever you're inputting your events, your Army Warrior task events into DTMS, that there's only one task in here per event. That might make it a little bit more cumbersome on the front end, but I guarantee you that it's going to make it a lot easier to show an accurate reflection of how many soldiers actually completed this particular task. So I'm advancing forward to the Excel output. All right, you'll see right here. Basically, if a unit is putting multiple task numbers into the same event, and you'll be able to see this whenever you pull the report, because, like, say for example that on row 2 right here, the 123rd MP Company, their DTMS operator, inputted for this first task right here, move over through or around obstacles except minefields, with this task number right here. If they had put more than one task into this event right here, it would show that the total tasks trained or is something more than one. And basically what DTMS does is that it and it's not always the same math, and I'm not sure exactly how the math is calculated, but it's going to take the total soldiers that pass the event, and it's going to multiply it times the total task trained, and it's just going to be confusing. I tried doing some division to figure out the math on this, and it wasn't always exact. So basically, just make sure that you're only putting one task name per event whenever you're scheduling these events in DTMS, and that's going to make it a whole lot easier for you and I to see the actual completion for each of those tasks. And again, if you have any questions, just make sure feel free to reach out to me directly. and you know, especially for RFX units, and I'll clarify whatever it is that that you need the answer on. And all right, thanks for tuning in.